Alright, well, today we are going to discuss the family life cycle and the needs of individuals in each stage. The first stage we're going to talk about is the single young adult. This is usually the younger adults. They want to get cars, they're more caring about themselves. They
buy materialistic things.
Materialistic.
And then you move on to newly married, and they'll probably they'll search for apartments, 2-bedroom apartments, something small. Start off, and they'll probably keep their same cars, but they'll buy furniture and stuff to when they start moving in together and everything.
Typically, don't have kids at that stage. The next one is, do you want to talk about the full nest stage?
Yeah, like the full nest is like when you have like really like young children, like from the age from 1 to 8, something like that, and you buy like diapers, and you buy like all the grocery like small kids need, like, and you also buy like a new car, probably like a family van.
The next stage is the launching stage, which is sending young adults to, usually like they're graduating high school at this stage and you're sending them off to college. I think that's the stage where the parents usually have to spend a lot more money than they have in the previous stages, because college is extremely expensive.
And then the next one we're going to talk about is the emptiness, when the children are gone and the parents are able to not, like, they don't have to depend on the children at home. Bills, like mostly just bills for the children. Usually they just have to be able to catch up on bills that they have finish paying off the mortgages or car payments or anything that in that nature, with just basically fixing up their finances that could lead them up to retirement, so they can live a nice peaceful life right after. And with retirement, are they like basically the golden years for them was when they decide that everything's paid off and they be able to do whatever they want, like golf, vacation, things like that in nature, so they feel more happy and be able to live their lives without any concerns or issues.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Now we're gonna discuss the family decision making and discuss like how decisions were made in our household. We discussed that we were all raised in a nuclear family, which means that we grew up with just a mom or dad, or mom and dad, and our siblings if we had any. I know what do you guys know?
In a traditional house with a mom and dad, we believe that the dad makes the autonomic decisions, the most important decisions, the bigger picture decisions, where the mom makes the decisions for the family's needs. They have the more open mind.
In my household, like he said, usually sometimes dad will make the big decisions, mom will make sort of the family, but sometimes they'll have to agree with each other and they'll have to do it at the same time. Like, they have to compromise with each other. It can't just say, hey, my dad's gonna make a decision, and then mom says okay, or she might say no. So it's usually sometimes a debate in some households.
For example, in my household it was different. My dad used to like work 45 hours a week, so he was pretty exhausted. So most of the time my mom would make the decisions, like organizing vacations and like what to buy now, which car should we use and all that stuff, because my dad was just so exhausted from the work.
I'm going to talk about what decisions were highly influenced by children, like what decisions that were highly influenced by the children were basically like both parents had to come to agreement for whatever was going on with the children in the household, and whatever decision like they had to make had to be very crucial and had to be on point, because the children were like the main priority for whatever decision that the parents had to make at the time. So in my household, that's how it was with both parents would. For us, we would, give them like a scenario, and they would have to make a decision based off what we were doing or whatever it was.
We're going to talk about the ethical implications of marketing to children when it comes to video games. When you advertise video games to children, you shouldn't be using violence or anything. And sometimes if they have older siblings, it's kind of hard because they'll end up using their video games for like the older people. But
Grand Theft Autos
like Grand Theft Auto. They'll say they have an older brother and he'll be using that, and the little kid will end up playing. So
It's just worse at a younger age because if they get if they get influenced at that younger age, it gets worse as they get older. As if we got it when we were like 13, 14, we already know right from wrong. That's why. And then with another one, if you're getting influenced with the with sugary soft drinks or food, no, it's not a good thing. It's not like a good like we shouldn't influence that because that's the problem with us now with America's like obesity rate and things like that. Like yes, it gives doctors and other dentists and things like that like patience, but it's like it shouldn't be influence. We should be walking around and like telling each other and advertising kids to like eat better, eat healthier, so we can all live longer lives and not worry about these implications because families have to worry about these implications.
I mean, if you grew up this young and you just get like all the unhealthy stuff, you just like, you don't know anything else. That's where you like build the foundations for a healthy lifestyle. And if you don't know anything else, then you just like think that's what life is about, and that's just like how you get like unhealthy when you're like 30 or 35 and all that.